Da, 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 it is time for what? What was this? Are we on? What?
Tower.
Hey guys!
Hi!
You want to do it now?
Yes. Hold, pose, strike. Da-da! It is time, and welcome back, Adventures to Tower TV.
Hey guys!
I don't know if that got through at all, but we'll see. Anyway, welcome back, everybody. We actually have some points to cover for tonight. Because we are back doing some Tower TV things. We were doing some sets, because I'm sure you probably recognize this is not our normal setup.
Yeah.
We are doing
new
things.
location.
Yeah. Well, same location, different setup, I guess? Or would it be a brand new?
new location in the store. I mean, not new store location, just new recording location?
Yeah, that's fair. Like, you know, we're just about around the corner probably from our old spot. But anywho, me and Tyler are here tonight to give you guys some updates for what is in store. Some restock notices, incoming goodies, some store news, I guess you could put it, as well as other things that are going to be happening in the future for us here at Tower TV. So what are we looking at for the Codheim pre-release?
Well, pre-release or
Well, the
actual release?
updates.
So for Codheim, on the 5th, we'll be getting in the collector boosters, the set boosters, and the commander decks. Although I'm actually not sure what the commander decks for this set are, because I just don't pay attention to the spoilers, so I guess I'll have to find out.
I mean, you're good, bro. I can tackle that one. But as far as the commander decks for this set is going to be a Foretell Spirit themed deck. It's going to be white-blue, so it'll be Azorius in colors. And then the other one, Elf Tribal, is going back into Golgari. So we have green-black here for Tribal Elves, and it's going to be fantastic. It's also going to be evil, because they're one of the best cards I've seen for Tribal decks.
Okay.
And so I think it's like Pact of the Serpent for like a black and 3 generic, and you get it at sorcery speed. You draw cards and lose life equal to the no, not lose life. You just draw cards equal to like the amount of creatures of a certain creature type you control.
I do remember the elf, like, being the theme, I guess, because I'm anti-elf ball, but
no elf
that's
ball
okay
for you. But yes, also we still have 17 booster boxes in store available for sale for the pre-release price at the time of recording. A exclamation point, asterisk, whatever you prefer at the time of recording this.
And pre-release price is $109.99.
Yeah.
For reference.
Absolutely, and it's going to be great. It is not available for sale online, though, and so you'll have to wait for it to go live on the 5th. Because we are wanting to make sure that we can get everybody covered here in Virginia Beach and Newport News before we open it to the world.
That makes sense.
Yeah, because as much as we love you guys, we got to keep track of inventory.
That's fair.
As much as we love everybody. But moving on for a restock notice, there has been a certain product line taking us by storm here in Virginia Beach, and I'm pretty sure also in Newport News. And that is the Brain.
Foam Brain.
The Foam Brain. I have dice over here too. And so you probably heard on stream when I'm talking about the rubber ducky dice. It's these dice, and they also make the D100s, and they make real.
I was saving the D100. All right. Well, now since the secret's out, people for like months have been asking for D100s, and we finally have them.
Yep.
And they're metal and shiny and really heavy.
They're metal.
They also have a nice collection of metal dice. These ones are, I believe, Dagger of Venom. I knew it was something poison related. They have like rainbow colored ones of these and white, so that's cool.
And even ones with like swords on it, because I think, okay, the one design that I saw that I really liked for them was like a red and black type of sword design, and there's also like a gold and like royalish navy blue.
That's the really popular one.
Yeah.
It's called the Deep Sea collection. It's navy blue and gold. It's my favorite. I love them. I think they're absolutely gorgeous. They also have these like rainbow like orbit ones. It's just filled with a bunch of like circles and spheres. It's cool.
Orbit. All right, don't you have like 3 of these things in your reserve box? Maybe.
Okay, I didn't need to be called out, but okay.
You're good, bro. But yeah, no. So like that's for the metal dice and like the higher end of it, and so those will be running for about what, $40 MSRP for the metal ones?
40, yeah.
Yep.
They're actually about $5 cheaper than like some of the Chessex ones, but they're the like solid copper Chessex ones are a little bit cheaper than these, but
Yeah, it's fair. Like you have those varying degrees of what you're looking for.
but they're generally cheaper than like their competitors, which is cool.
Yes, and for all of our dice goblins, honestly, I don't. Okay, so I've always seen on like a few of these like private like Etsy kind of things where like they actually make like custom dice with resin. They actually fill and you can put stuff inside of it. This is the first time I've ever seen it like mass produced.
Right, me
And
too,
so
actually.
It's like I can actually tell people, hey, you know that thing I keep saying on stream? If you ever watch, hi guys. But the rubber ducky dice, the actual rubber ducky dice that belong in the bathtub. Not actually in the bathtub. Don't do that. But
This one has strawberries in it.
Yep, strawberries, rubber ducks, and smoky skulls in a field of red.
There are some with beach shells. There are some with pearls. There are some with actual real candy inside of them.
It's real candy?
Real candy.
You learn something new.
Yeah, so if you're ever in a zombie apocalypse and you get really hungry, you know what to do.
Resin sugar. But yeah, that is one thing we got in, but as well as the always in demand. Give me a second. Gloomhaven. I'm gonna try to not knock over the entirety of the microphone here.
That
But
would
yeah,
be bad.
Gloomhaven. It is pretty much an entire RPG board game ready to rock and roll out of the box. I remember, like, before we started getting these in, there was always requests for this game. Like, apparently it hasn't been able to come in for like years at a time or something, or like it was out of print for a while. And then after it got picked up, we've actually had a pretty good job in keeping these in stock. And so, like, just to show you guys a little bit of what comes inside of it. I don't know if I'll be able to read the whole thing from back here.
I was gonna say it might make more sense to be able to read it.
Yeah, but like it has, just going off the back, a whole bunch of scenarios. It has 17 playable classes. It has over 1,700 cards.
Wow.
1,700 cards.
It's a heavy box, so I'd imagine there's a lot inside of it.
Every time we get a package for these, it only ever fits one Gloomhaven box. And then there's also 47 different enemy types. There is an evolving map board, and just gorgeous artwork.
Yeah. It's
Like-
a 1 to 4 player game, so you could play with probably your whole family if you wanted to. 30 minutes per player according to the box, but
If you want to do more on the role-playing side of it, it could probably take all day, easy. Like, if you do more on actually flexing that more, like, RPG or role-playing side of it, like, you have 17 classes to choose from, and it's like, just pick one and go with it. And then you just do that for a whole day.
I've heard it's a lot like Twilight Imperium, and that games usually will like take like an entire day, like 5, 6, 7 hours.
Oh, yeah.
Speaking of which, real quick, how long was that 40K game you played?
4 or 5 hours. Yeah.
Just wondering.
4 or 5 hours is about the range where that was.
It was a 4-player game?
Yeah, it was a 4-player game, 2 people on each side, and so it was my World Eaters and the Night Lords versus Iron Hands and White Scars.
Okay.
I almost got tabled turn 1, but then I made it halfway down the board, and then I took almost half of both lists down with me. I was so excited.
Speaking of 40K though, we actually have some new Dark Angels releases.
Those are going to be coming in soon.
True,
yes.
they're not out yet, but they are coming in.
They are
I believe
coming
it
in.
is the data cards. They have their Codex supplement and
Combat Patrol.
Oh, Combat Patrol.
Yeah, the Combat Patrol is the new starter box.
I thought I read something about like an Outrider model, like a.
Oh, okay. So yeah, those are going to be the models that are pretty much being released with it, because Outriders and Eradicators is what came out in the Indomitus set. And so those models aren't in actual, like, they aren't in distribution for actually being able to, like, pick off the shelves and add to your army. And so pretty much with each of the Space Marine releases, when they come out, GW is basically releasing bits and pieces of those different sets to be bought separately. And so the Dark Angels are going to be available with pre-order coming soon. So keep an eye on towergames.com or keep your eye in the store to pay for pre-orders. But pretty much when those pre-orders go live, you'll be able to get the Eradicators. I'm pretty sure you'll be able to get the... Not Blade Guard, but the no, Outriders already out. Eradicators, what was the other one? I would have just.
I mean, yeah,
huge
I was
brain
asking
fart.
you, right?
Yeah, but Eradicators I know are one of them, and then you'll have the Combat Patrol for it. The Combat Patrol is basically like a 50 power level box, so the idea is that you can literally pick up the box and then just go start a Crusade game or just have like your decent starter level. And I think it has a Dreadnought in this one. Yeah, Dark Angels are about to get nasty. And then the Codex for it. And to just reiterate as far as like how the Space Marines are being formatted for this time, they're going to a Codex supplement format. And so you will still need the main Codex for Space Marines to play the Dark Angel supplement. Because the Codex for Space Marines is, here is everything for all Space Marines. And then the supplements are, here's how you play Dark Angels, Space Wolves, Blood Angels, Death Watch, Imperial Fist when they come out, Ultramarines, Raven Guard. Like, that's what the supplements are for.
Okay. I guess that makes sense. I probably would rather have all my stuff like in one big book, but that's just me. I'm terrible at keeping track of my items, and that's why data cards are really useful for people like me who can't like keep track of the book like that.
Or Psychic Powers. I usually see people using them a lot for the Psychic Powers, especially my Thousand Suns players.
True. I think I've only, like, the 2 times that I've played Thousand Suns, I use their data cards.
Yep, and even for what we still have in store, the Death Guard release is still alive and well. And so in store and still available for sale are the Combat Patrols for Death Guard featuring Typhus, 30 Poxwalkers, a Biologus Putrefier, and Plague Marines, the jack of all trades for Death Guard effectively, as well as the Codexes. Codexes, question mark?
Codheim.
Codheim.
The Codheim.
The Codheim. We have about 2 or 3 left in stock, so go ahead and place your orders because they are going quickly as more and more people find out we still have them.
True.
They are going very quickly. But yeah.
Also incoming, along with the Dark Angels in Codheim, we have Digimon.
Digimon!
That is something
Digital
that we will
monsters.
be getting into the store.
Yes. Let's see. I believe you have the sleeves over there.
Oh.
Yeah.
I do have the sleeves.
The Digimon sleeves.
I don't know if it's really, like, will show up well on the camera.
It's all good.
I know nothing. I know nothing about Digimon. I can't. You know the
pictures.
What's the name? Do you know the name?
Know.
Oh no, this is that.
I don't know. I love Digimon dearly. I used to watch the VHS as a kid.
Wait. You
20.
used to watch it, and you don't know the name of, like, the cover monster?
Okay, so listen to the rest of that statement. I used to watch it on VHS when I was a kid.
I used to watch Strawberry Shortcake on VHS when I was a kid, and I remember all the character names, so that's
They're
not a
named
good
after
excuse.
food. Yeah, the Digimon sleeves are in-house. Not the trading card game just yet, but those are coming in soon. But we do have the sleeves. The sleeves are standard size, and so if you want to be a really evil person and put your Pokemon cards in Digimon sleeves,
Oh no.
you theoretically could.
I mean, there's nothing wrong with repping a brand you like, right? It's no different than putting Marvel Champions card sleeves into a Batman Dragon Shield sleeve, right?
I guess
Which
that's
I've
fair.
seen people do.
I guess that's fair. It's like I just gotta unite them all. I gotta bring them all under one banner. Wait, that's gonna be coming in for Digimon, and also on popular request, YuGiOh is in house. YuGiOh!
It's been a long time.
It has definitely been a long time. So currently, I'm holding a booster pack for YuGiOh Genesis Impact First Edition, and so we used to have booster boxes in store. They're sold out. Like actual sealed booster boxes, gone. Like
Wow.
almost day of or day after when we actually got them in for available for sale in the front of the store, they were just gone.
I'd like to say I'm surprised, but of all the people coming in asking about Yu-Gi-Oh, I'm not.
Yeah, it's really not surprising.
And this right here is a structured deck, and it actually lists what it has. 5 ultra rares, 2 super rares, 35 commons, and then 1 of 5 super rare token cards, which is kind of cool. So I'm assuming this lets you just kind of buy in and jump right into the game.
Yep.
Which
Also,
is fun.
1 of 4 variant artworks.
True, 1 of 4. So it's a
Yeah.
collectible thing too.
It is
Words.
indeed collectibles. Moving on that train, right along. Choo choo choo. Sheriff of Nottingham. So many requests for Sheriff of
nothing about
Nottingham.
this game.
We have Sheriff of Nottingham.
Man, what a Chad. I love the pencil mustache.
But yeah, the idea behind the Sheriff of Nottingham is that pretty much it's like a little miniature market as you're getting into it, and so the actual table you're playing with is the market, and so if you're the sheriff, you got to keep that keen eye out for other players at the table, because they're going to try to get gold past you to fill their coffers and their gold pouches, and as the Sheriff of Nottingham, you must make sure that you end up with the most gold at the end of the day. Yes.
Is the sheriff a tyrant or something? Why does he need the most gold?
Nobody knows the troubles.
Maybe the sheriff is the bad guy.
Maybe. You just never know anymore.
I mean, is that the sheriff on the cover?
yeah, that's the sheriff.
He
on the
looks
cover.
like a bad guy. I'm gonna be honest. Can I have that? Homie
Second-
doesn't look like the most heroic man in town.
He's going to take all the gold coins.
I mean, seriously, he looks like he wants all the gold.
He does. And speaking of all the gold or wanting all the things, Pokemon does not exist.
Not at all.
We have the theme decks. We have a few of the starter decks and like sleeves and what else? We
Do
have
we still have
sleeves,
pin
starter
collections?
decks. What's up?
We have pin collections, right?
Yeah, we have a few of the pin collections in house, but booster packs, elite trainer boxes, gone.
Yeah.
We're trying our best on making sure that we can get it restocked as best we can, but pre-orders are in for Shining Fates. And so that is possibly the best way I could advertise for folks to actually get Pokemon cards like reliably are those special orders or those pre-orders. Because the pre-orders we can at least try to do a little bit of a method of at least like trying to get a decent amount out there, but as far as actually like getting them restocked is much harder. And so like special orders, pre-orders, let us help you guys as best we can. And for Pokemon special orders, the best we can do. Because like even for booster boxes, 2, 3 at a time out the door, no problem. And it's like, oh my gosh.
Yeah, Pokemon fans go hard.
They go very hardcore, but it's so shiny.
It makes the Magic community look weak.
Oh, wow. I don't know,
I'm just being honest. I don't know. I thought Magic players went hard until I found out how hard YuGiOh and Pokemon players go. Like, the Black Lotus just sold for, like, I think $500,000, like, last week.
Oh my gosh.
Logic bought a Charizard for $800,000. It's kind of insane. The Pokemon community goes hard.
It goes pretty hard indeed. But speaking of, D&D is also on the roster for a restock. We got plenty of the adventure books in-house. So, Rhyme of the Frostmaiden is back in, Curse of Strahd is back in. Curse of Strahd revamped, we still have 2 copies of that, and it comes in a coffin. I love it so much. Curse of Strahd comes in a coffin. We actually have the Rise of Tiamat alternate cover also came in. Ooh, excuse me. Robin Hood, not Robin Hood. Sorry, I'm looking at Joey, and I just like, is a Robin Hood villain.
Robin Hood?
The Sheriff of Nottingham is the villain from Robin Hood.
Fair.
Yeah. Hi, Joey, speaking of. But yeah, for D&D, those are all in-house. And so if you're looking to get into an adventure with us here at Tower of Games, which we'll be describing here pretty soon, that is one way to do so. But moving on, for incoming, we already talked about the Shining Face Collector. Man, we actually got ahead of this. That's actually pretty awesome. So store news is honestly where we're going. So we'll just hop right into it. So for D&D, this new setup is pretty much the preliminary stages for what we are looking to do for breaking onto Twitch as a platform at Tower of Games. And we are going to be doing that on a premiere with Chris Todd, the Rogue DM, and a whole crew of all of our customers and gamers just like you guys.
Big Dungeons and Dragons reveal.
Yep, big Dungeons and Dragons reveal. And pretty much we're going to be starting with, not Winterhold, that's Skyrim. Complete brain fart yet again. Wild Mount.
We're playing Skyrim now.
That's Rhyme of the Frostmaiden. But yeah, we are starting with Adventures in Wildmount with Chris Todd, the Rogue DM, going to be sitting in these very seats that we are now, and we will be bringing a regular stream to you guys as it gets moving. And we have also decided that the more popular that stream gets for D&D, the more we will bring. So starting out, it's probably going to be about once every 3 or 4 weeks or so, but if it gets more popular, it might become a weekly thing.
True.
Maybe.
And I'm just going to throw this out there. Chris Todd is doing, he's looking for other dungeon masters to help run some campaigns. So if you are looking to run some campaigns, you should hit up the Rogue DM and see if he'll be willing to hire you.
Absolutely. And business cards and more information on that are in store. And for this Friday, look forward to a video of Conflict 47. Now, I will note, it is one of our older videos here on Tower TV. So you'll see the preliminary days of how we were trying to get this running.
What is Conflict 47?
Conflict 47, as far as a concept, is basically what if World War II continued? And so the idea is that like you have Japan, you have Germany, you have all these different countries, and like how their kind of economics were going forward in the war.
Okay.
And that's pretty much taken on a tabletop miniature gaming like platform. And so if you wanted to do the Americans, you have this more mechanized infantry, like heavier tanks, a few suits going here and there, like heavier guns. That's what you get from the States. The British have like a more varied infantry, if I remember correctly. Like, they have a few more choices they can pick from. The Japanese have like up close and personal, like close combat suits that they can use. The Germans, I believe, got closer, like more into the occult side of things. So I think you can do like zombies as the Germans, if I remember correctly. Emphasis on if. That'll be featured on Friday, where I was actually in the spot to talk with all the information.
Okay.
And then as far as that, that's almost everything, but always with one of the key topics, what do we have for Magic singles? We had a lot of good stuff come in recently, and I've also made some fun sales today.
For me personally, the 2 cards that I were looking at were the foil full art Force of Will from Double Masters that we had in, and the Diamond Valley, which is a reserved land that, or enchantment, I'm sorry, that lets you sacrifice creatures and add their toughness to your life pool. So that's always a fun card. Yep. And it goes for like $400 and something, and it's reserved, so it's only going to go up. So it's a good investment. Good investment.
Money hurts.
I know a friend with a good reserved card, so that's kind of cool.
Oh, yeah. And even for other singles coming in, I've sold another Morog today, and I'm so excited.
I love Morog.
Morog is beautiful. So to describe, Morog is a Minotaur that came out in Zendikar Rising that is landfall extra combats, and even his foil is less than $5. And so he is 2 red and 4 for a 6/6, doesn't have trample, but in red it's not hard to give it to him. And so pretty much whenever a land enters the battlefield, you get an additional combat step. Not a main phase to follow after, but an additional combat step. Because if it's just landfall, additional main phases, that's fair. But as far as what he does is that whenever a creature you control attacks, it gets +1/+0 for each time it attacked this turn. And so on swing, he just becomes a 7/6 because of himself. If you have all of these 1/1s, the first time you swing, they're 2/1s. Second time, 3/1s. Third time, 4/1s. And it just keeps getting bigger.
Yeah, more pretty fun.
Oh yeah, it's absolutely brutal. And let's see, I'm trying to remember. I know we have some Lurking Predators still in stock for all of our green combo players out there. We've also had
Shepherd. We have a
Allosaurus Shepherd.
Allosaurus, that's what it is.
Allosaurus Shepherd. We had some orders for Spark doubles come through today. We also had, I think, a Thassa's Oracle too.
If you want a Wayfarer's Bauble, we have like 36 of them.
We have so many Wayfarer's Baubles.
So many Wayfarer Baubles.
Send help!
We still have a few Venser Shaper Savant, which is always a fun card, especially if you have something like Yarick or Panharmonicon that will let you bounce the spell that you're countering or the creature you're bouncing along with Venser himself back into your hand so you can keep playing him again and again and again and again.
Cause shenanigans! And we also have Jace the Mind Sculptor.
Yeah, Jace the Mind Sculptor. I think we have 2.
Probably. It's been a while.
We used to have like 8 though.
Yeah, there was a lot. But that's why we have the online store, because it's awesome. Because I only have so much space in the cases, especially with foam brain dice coming in. We only have so much space.
I mean, usually we're 2 out of top loaders to fill the case anyways.
That is also true. That is also true. Please send top loaders too. We love top loaders.
True. If you do have a lot of top loaders at home that you aren't needing and aren't using, feel free to drop them off here because we could always use them.
Yep. And one note that I will add is that we've actually had a lot of attention growing for the Star Wars RPG. And so what brought this up is that I was actually in the back getting ready for tonight's stream, and that there was a lot of the dice. Like, a lot of the dice for the Star Wars RPG. And I'm like, where did all of this come from?
I know.
But yeah, we have a lot of it coming in. So I also wanted to mention, because I usually don't see too many of the books going through, but those that I do see that play it always have very positive reviews always coming back. And so, like, even for the community of Star Wars, there's always this conversation of, like, which side of the universe, like, which Disney era, pre-Disney era is, like, what people prefer the most. And so the one part that I would like to note about this RPG is that it lets you take a hold of it and just go. Like, if you enjoy 1, 2, and 3, take that timeline and go. If you like 4, 5, and 6, take that concept and go. If you want to be a part of... man, why am I blanking so hard? Like Clone Wars. If you want to take a aspect or a campaign or a story arc of Clone Wars and be a part of that story, go. Do it. Just do it effectively. And so the books that are in-house, those are all the ones that you need to like kind of teach you the game and get it moving. And then all the dice, they use their own system because you roll against yourself. And so it's always nice. I've actually had a few DMs actually talk to me about it, and they're like, it's so nice.
The dice, because I'm a dice, I like collecting dice, so I like being able to use a lot of them in one session. But with Star Wars, they have their own dice, so you can't do that.
I mean, it's all good, though. It's still like a brand new system, so it's still like something to get used to, but it's also like a fresh break, I guess you could put if you're more into that.
It definitely works. Their system works.
Oh, yeah.
It's more of like a weird thing for me.
Yeah, but
it's just a personal thing.
It's just a personal thing. Okay, that being said, that about wraps up everything we have for you guys tonight. Just a quick, short, sweet, simple, and not rambly stream.
Yeah, so you guys have a good night. We'll talk to you later.
Bullet points. Pew, 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 pew. And we'll see you guys next time and on Friday. Bye. Do, 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 do.
Tower.